You're listening to our Flying Typers Air Cargo News broadcast, and today we're spotlighting a name a lot of people in the industry keep hearing more and more: ATC Aviation Services AG. They're heading to Air Cargo India, and the vibe this year is very much face-to-face, relationship first, and surprisingly practical. With me is Haida, who's been tracking the show, and the company's making noise ahead of Mumbai.
Yeah, and ATC is one of those companies that doesn't just show up to be seen. They show up to talk. The event itself is set for the 25th to the 27th of February, 2026, at the Geo World Convention Center in BKC, Mumbai. That's Mess Munchen's big Air Cargo India gathering, so it's a serious meeting point for airlines, handlers, forwarders, and everyone in between.
Let's set the stage. ATC CEO Ingo Zimmer is coming in with his team, and there's a bit of momentum behind them because ATC was voted International GSSA of the Year the last time the event met in 2025. That kind of recognition follows you into the next show, right?
Totally. Awards in air cargo aren't just trophies, they're signals. They say, hey, this group is doing something consistently right. And Ingo Zimmer has been very clear about the positioning. ATC sees itself as a leading cargo GSSA globally, and he ties that directly to experience, expertise, and the kind of people they put in the field.
And the company's story goes back a while. ATC has been around since 1971, and they talk about building a team of air cargo management specialists, not just general sales folks. That's a distinction because in this business, the details bite you if you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly. And they're using the show to do two things at once. 1. Welcome partners and friends and make that human connection. 2. Introduce what they call new possibilities in the GSSA world, which is basically them saying, we're expanding, we're evolving, and we want to talk about what we can do next.
If you're going, they'll be in Hall 1, Booth D32. That's where they'll be meeting people and, in their words, spreading a message of welcome and opportunity. It's very on-brand for what they keep emphasizing: proximity, being present, being reachable.
And it's not just Ingo. They're bringing key team leaders into the conversation. Names that stood out to me were Dagmar Howell, their group marketing manager, and Nisha Parcha, who manages India. The point is, it's not a one-person show. They're putting the people who actually manage markets and relationships right out front.
Here's the part that's interesting. The unusual part of the ATC approach isn't only about selling capacity or representing airlines. It's about outreach. They made a point of staying in contact and actively engaging partners even during the difficult years, and not in a distant, generic way.
Yeah, they describe it as personal contact straight into management offices around the world, at a pace and intensity you don't often see in air cargo. I mean, we all say relationships matter, but they're talking about literally showing up, calling, visiting, and keeping the dialogue moving when it would be easier to just hide behind email updates.
Which raises a question. In a world where everyone's busy and everyone's scaling, why insist on that level of personal effort? What's their bet here?
Their bet is that trust scales better than promises. Ingo Zimmer points to the fact that more and more leading airlines continue choosing ATC as their preferred GSA or GSSA partner. That doesn't happen just because you've got a logo and a network map. It happens because somebody has worked with you, tested you under pressure, and decided they want more of that.
And he links all of it to satisfaction, which sounds like a simple word but is actually huge in this industry. He's basically saying partner satisfaction, customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, and even investor satisfaction are the foundation of sustainable, profitable growth. So when they say they're excited to welcome friends and partners in Mumbai, it's not just social. They're coming with a specific intention, to get into the nuts and bolts, to ask very directly, how can ATC meet expectations, or better yet, exceed them?
And that's where Ingo's up-close philosophy comes in. For him, being up close isn't a marketing slogan. It's going to gateway operations around the world on a pretty disciplined schedule. The goal is partly to say thank you, but also to ask the hard question, how are we doing?
And even beyond performance, there's this very human thing he mentions. It's the reminder to partners that ATC doesn't forget how important they are. That's not a KPI, but it changes the tone of the partnership.
It does. Because in air cargo, the work is intense and it's easy for people to feel like a line item. Saying, you matter, and proving it with your time, your presence, and your willingness to listen, those are the small things that become big differentiators.
Of course, it's not always smooth. I love the way Ingo framed it. He basically admits it's not always sunshine and perfect conditions. But staying close to your customers and letting everyone know what to expect beats a punch in the nose anytime.
Yeah, and then he flips it into something very practical. Straight answers are better than polite avoidance. If you get the truth quickly and act on solutions immediately, you keep everyone aligned. You reduce the surprise factor. It's colorful, but the meaning is clear. Handle issues early, handle them honestly.
So if you're listening and you're heading to Air Cargo India 2026, here's the practical takeaway. ATC will be there in Hall 1 at Booth D32, and the point of meeting them is not only networking. It's a chance to compare notes on how GSSA support can evolve and what support really means when the market gets tough.
And if you're a carrier or a partner evaluating representation, it's worth paying attention to this face-to-face philosophy. ATC is basically saying, we'll stay close to the operation, we'll stay close to the people, and we'll be willing to hear uncomfortable feedback. Not everyone leans into that.
Before we wrap, let's recap the essentials. Air Cargo India by Mess Munchen runs February 25th to 27th, 2026 at Geo World Convention Center in BKC, Mumbai. Ingo Zimmer and the ATC team will be on site, welcoming partners and talking next steps for global GSSA collaboration. That's it for today's episode. If you'll be in Mumbai for the show, keep an eye out for the conversations happening on the floor, because the real story is often in the specifics people are willing to talk about face to face. And for your time this time, until next time, this is Jeffrey's bot Franz Joseph saying thanks for listening and keep 'em flying ATC. And good night, Joe, wherever you are.